73 Deep Questions Ask Your Boyfriend. The hard questions to ask your boyfriend are the most interesting. One of the best ways to strengthen your emotional intimacy is to ask. Use these deep questions to ask your boyfriend. 1. What makes you happy? 2. When do you feel most fulfilled? 3. How would you define success? 4. Do you consider yourself successful? 5. Do you consider yourself happy? 6. Are you proud of your accomplishments thus far? 7. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? 8. What do you look for in a friend? 9. How do your friends make you feel? 10. What was your childhood like? 11. Would you change anything about your upbringing? 12. How did your parents impact your view on love and relationships? 13. What gets you out of bed in the morning? 14. What's your biggest fear? Do you think you could face it? 15. How important is religion to you? 16. What do you think happens after death? 17. Do you believe in a higher power? 18. What's the story behind your middle name? 19. What's the biggest misconception people have about you? 20. Did you ever have to break up with a friend? How did it go? 21. Have you ever had your heart broken? 22. Do you think a relationship can come back from cheating? 23. What's the hardest decision you've ever had to make? 24. What's the biggest risk you've ever taken? 25. What's your favorite quality about yourself? 26. Who are you closest to in your family? 27. What do you think are the most important qualities of a healthy relationship? 28. Who is someone in your life you know you can always count on? 29. What do you love about your mom? 30. What makes me beautiful to you? 31. What are some beliefs you grew up with but don't subscribe to anymore? 32. What things that I do make you feel the most loved? 33. How can I better show up for you? 34. How can I love you more deeply? 35. Other than me, who's the person in your life you can always count on? 36. What's something most people don't know about you? 37. What does love mean to you? 38. What's something you've always dreamed of doing but haven't done yet? 39. What do I mean to you? 40. What would make our relationship stronger? 41. What's something you can't live without? 42. What's something you're afraid to lose? 43. How have you changed in the last 5 years? 44. What kind of parent do you want to be? 45. What keeps you up at night? 46. If your loved ones didn't approve of me, what would you do? 47. How did you feel the first time you saw your parents cry? 48. What do you wish you had more of growing up? 49. Tell me about your most memorable summer. 50. Describe a time you were given an opportunity you didn't think you deserved. 51. Have you ever had a friendship end in a way that made you change the way you approach friendships? 52. What's your favorite part about being with me? 53. If you lost your job today, what would you do? 54. Do you consider yourself an introvert or extrovert? 55. Have you ever been cheated on? 56. When do you think is the right time to say, I love you? 57. When is fighting in a relationship healthy and when do you think it starts to become unhealthy? 58. Have you ever had your heart broken? 59. How do you know when you're really comfortable with someone? 60. What makes you happy? 61. On the flip side, what makes you sad? 62. Would you say you're happy? If not, what can we do to change that? 63. How did your parents impact your view on love and relationships? 64. What qualities do you look for in a romantic partner? 65. Do you believe in a higher power? 66. What's your biggest fear? Can you face it? 67. What's the biggest risk you've taken? 68. What's the hardest decision you've ever had to make in your life? 69. What's the biggest misconception people have about you? 70. How do you feel about religion? 71. What gets you out of bed in the morning? 72. Do you think it's ever okay to lie? In what circumstances? 73. Do you think people could ever truly change? These deep questions can take your connection to the next level.